G'day guys, welcome to the MailBag sort of review. A little bit of just a show today.
Yeah,
just a little bit of a show. Tuesday.
Yeah,
a bit more relaxed.
very relaxed after a good weekend.
Out in the afternoon sun, freshly
Quite
mown
good, yeah.
lawns, courtesy of myself.
See, you picked up the dog poos, mate. For once, it's good.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say
Yeah.
it. That's not.
All right.
So good weekend. Mooney Valley Friday night.
Yeah.
You were there with the old man. Picked up 14-unit win on your send-outs, and then Saturday 37 units
Could
at
have been
Sandown.
could have been bigger on Saturday.
Oh, could have been
They
massive.
both could have been bigger, but I got the betting advice wrong in the last race at Sandown. I found the two horses that ran second and third in my numbers, and they were both like 15 average odds.
15 and 12, yeah.
And I didn't suggest having anything on them, which was disappointing. But the exacta was fat still.
Do you know how cooked I was at the end of the day? I'd backed both of them, so I backed Miss Gardena to win 200, and I backed the winner to win 1200, and I didn't know that I'd won or run second. That's how cooked I was.
That's how sick you are as well, aren't you?
Well,
Just seeing all this, it's like this.
yeah. Hey, someone's got to tweet it out, mate. Someone's got to tweet it out. I'm just going to start off with a real quick horse.
We're not going to go race by race, are we? We are?
Yeah, real quick. But I've got a tip up for Ipswich, race 8 on Wednesday. Horse is called High I'm Back.
How'd you find that, Drew?
I was just looking around at what's going around tomorrow and looking at punting form and...
.com.au.
Yep. Ran a sub 109 seconds last start from on speed, so against its normal trend. I think from barrier 4 it just maps perfectly. It can go back if it wants and still win, but I think it'll pressure and hopefully sits outside Colin Lill, or most important, to be off the rails, and I reckon it'll street them. I'm that confident, $3.50. Very keen to bet up.
Alright, there you go. Get on.
Speaking of betting up, Sandown race 1. I think there were 3 clear standouts in the yard, and 2 of them finished nosing each other out in Longleaf, the Hayes horse, and the Hood, the McAvoy runner.
Did we zig when we should have zagged here? We saved the winner, right?
We saved the winner. It was the bigger horse in the yard, but I don't think it had the condition. I think it's still got more to come. So I think...
I think the other horse is a better horse.
Yeah.
It was ridden... The way the race panned out, it had no chance of winning just about.
Yeah. And I would say Sanglia, who was my going to the races tip, who's run 3rd, I think it has a lot more still to come. I think it'll mature on as it grows up,
yep.
And I'm happy to follow all 3 of them. I would say Uhud, Mooney Valley or Caulfield, I reckon it's turn of foot it had at the top of the straight, and it couldn't sustain it, but it still sustained a run. That's really suited to a Mooney Valley. Come around that turn, just kick away from them. Yep. Same with Caulfield. So I'm really keen to follow that horse going to there.
Race 2.
3-year-old fillies, 1400 metres.
Who won?
Yulong Sheng Shing.
Chris Lee's horse, McAvoy.
Yes.
McAvoy double. That's right.
Lady Krabilly from the back. My best each way of the day, So Far So Cool, which you found on top from the yard based on its improvement from Bendigo. They ran a second outside of track record, I'm told, and it was a soft 5. So they're damn good horses. And what do you send out in your yard tips? You sent out 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. $2,400 first 4.
Yeah,
I didn't have a bit of it.
I'm pretty sure that they've run pretty good time. Yeah.
Yeah, very good time.
I can see it here. Yeah.
And Krabilly, coming from no man's land from the back, was probably just a real eye-catching run. I think first 4 home, you can really just follow them forward.
Yeah, So Far So Cool, still got plenty to come.
Yeah.
But it was much improved from Bendigo.
Yulong was probably at the top of where it's getting.
Yeah, good horse. Best stable in Australia, Chris Lee's Racing.
Oh, we're getting some...
Cash for comment.
Yeah.
No, they're my mates.
Fair enough.
But their racing manager, Lucas, is probably the greatest racing manager that's ever been a racing manager.
Oh, that's a fair comment. I like that.
He's just a good man.
Fair enough.
Race 3, Drew, what was it? Who won?
Oh, well, this was the in-play race of the day. 3,200 metres listed. Yeah, Darabad go absolutely stupid out front.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Race 4. Fuck that race. Man.
We've got to touch on this. Michael Walker rode and won with pneumonia. He was stood down because he couldn't move.
Okay. You've got
How could he...
Okay, listen. You've got a horse running on Saturday at Ballarat.
Yeah.
Big cash race.
Yeah.
So there's probably some like bonus race there.
Yeah, clockwise, yep.
Michael Walker's done all the track work.
Yeah.
You're great mates with Michael Walker. You love him. Rings you up. Drew, I've got pneumonia. I'll be right to ride. I'll get the job done. But if you want me, I can ring up Kevy Forrester and get him to ride. What do you do?
I know Kevy will whack the shit out of it at home, so I'll probably put Kevy on.
I wouldn't care if Michael couldn't even see. I'd let him.
It was a damn good ride. I got it in play. That was a key in play race. You heard me say, as soon as Darabad went out, I said, Fanatic's the true proven stayer here. Swakadelic is as well, but Fanatic had just done the distance. Gaelic Chieftain was questionable at the weights at the distance, and it proved so. Not much more to add there.
Yeah, nothing from me. It's a shit race.
Yeah. Race 4, Group 3, 1,300 metres. Keena Ray probably should have won if it didn't miss the start. That's what I got from the race. Jungle Edge just keeps on winning.
Yeah, I think if Kevin Forrester and Jungle Edge are winning races on good fours, it was
a soft 5 at this time.
It was a good 4.
Yeah, it was.
Then it's not really a race to worry about moving forward. Key horses missed the start. Horses ran out of positions. It was torture.
Illustrious Lad, something pulled up wrong with it, and
it was torture.
Burning Front's not going as well. Didn't lead with it.
Race?
Yeah.
That's a proper horse.
Yeah.
I had no time for it at Bendigo, more so because of the price.
Yeah.
Still, I don't like the horse.
It's still got a lot more to come.
But did I send it out on top or second? Or?
Yeah, you had it up there. Yeah.
I really like the horse. They backed it. They really, really backed it, so they think it's good.
When Casino Wizard's running second in a race, that's me done. Race 5, 1,500 metres, Group 3. This is probably the most equal race of the day from the yard. So we've got a question that will be...
Yeah, we'll ask it now while we're doing it.
Yeah, so the question was, why did you send out your 4th pick on top in the race, which was Hell of a Street? So what you generally had...
What do you mean? Why did I send it out as a bet?
Yes.
Because I didn't have them that as far apart as the market did, and I thought the way it mapped was suited. I thought that horse had improved a fair bit in 1 week, and I thought it's already a very tough horse. This is Hell Over Street.
Yeah.
Thought each way odds, that's probably the right play.
It's run its career peak, by the way. So time form ratings tell us
probably a pass mark for the bet. Like,
well, it's run second at $8 or whatever.
If I had picked one of the other 3 that I liked.
Yeah.
1 in 3 chance, whereas we've got
I mean, from the yard, I really was keen on dollar for dollar at the 6. They gave us $6 for it, so I butted up on it and Hell of a Street because you liked it, and I was pretty happy with my play there.
If I go each way, I'm normally just going each way on that horse.
Yeah.
If I'm backing one horse, if I say I'm back, let's back this horse, I won't be losing on any horse I've mentioned in my mail.
Yeah. Mossendale, I have a feeling, was a little bit off compared to normal.
I think stable's off.
Yeah, there's just something that's not measuring up at the moment. Lucky Hustler, I don't know what to make of it.
Back in a sec, you keep going.
Fair enough. Well, we're about to talk about race 6,000 metre handicap. Bet of the day, Crystal Dreamer.
Your moral.
Called it a moral, was a moral, never losing.
You said just wins again.
Yeah, just wins, chips in. From the yard, Dicko had it on top. You couldn't look around it. It was clear. It was the horse there to win. Thelberg, in my opinion, was never measuring up, and it didn't. So I'm happy that happened.
Thelberg was cooked in the yard. It looked like.
So Dicko just said Thelberg was cooked in the yard.
Looked like it had a bender.
Oh, okay. So,
junky body, rig.
Like you most days.
Oh, come on, mate.
Land of Plenty was
I've
pretty
been for
good.
a run today.
Yeah.
Have you?
Someone had to work.
It all worked. Yeah. I earned my money today.
I'm watching NBA. I hate you.
You hate me?
Yeah.
I love it.
Lake Como actually ran quite well with concussion plates on. I think when they come off, I'd want to be back on it. Darren's just not good enough.
My opinion on races on this race is, if you're like trying to learn something of us, which is probably scary in itself.
Yeah.
But 1,000-metre races are 1,000-metre races. They're individual races. Horses can run 1,000 and some horses can't. Yeah. And
Crystal
I'm
Dreamer.
pretty sure all the horses that have run top 4 or 5 here.
Yeah. Lady
are all
Esprit,
1,000-metre horses.
Gun Case, Crystal Dreamer, and don't know what ran 4th, but yeah, it'll be up
I wouldn't
there.
worry about many of these horses going forward either.
I would say Crystal Dreamer is the ideal 1,000-metre horse.
Yeah, but you'd be getting too short a price.
It's
Drew.
2 from 2 at Sandown now. That's why I was extremely keen.
Yeah, but like,
it's
you know, in
proven
2
at
weeks at Mooney Valley or something.
they'll still give us $2.40 or something.
Yeah,
But
I'd want more.
yeah, it depends where they go. We've got the cash. Move on.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
Taj Mahal,
7,
great horse.
2,400
Might be a
metres.
proper horse next prep. What a shit race.
$4 out to
Anything
$6.
else just to say on this race?
Red cap, mate.
Well, he said this to me after the race again. It's shit.
So rekindling Melbourne Cup,
Pink. It was pink.
red, pink. They go the 2 colours. You've just got to watch the bright colours because Lloyd I've got the feeling that he just can't see the others. So you got to look for the bright colour ones because he's watching those in run. I just mentioned.
Do you dream about the Lloyd Williams camp and how it operates?
I'm still bloody gutted I didn't get the job as being trainer. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'd be training.
Did you apply?
Thought I was just rolling up and getting the job.
Walk up in.
Yeah, I can, eat food with the best of them. Me and Nick would be best mates.
Yeah, he wouldn't mind putting down a few, would he?
Nah. Yeah, El Mandan, Cook.
They wouldn't hate kittens either.
That'd be all over it, I reckon. Surely they
Do you
own
ever
it.
see him when you're in there?
I would not comment on anyone that I would see in a place like that regardless, but no.
Good, you've got too much class or
Yes.
something like that, haven't you?
Best of the day from the yard, Eugenius, race 8, Villamont.
This was incredibly enjoyable to sit at Sandown, which normally is a shithole.
I actually didn't mind
There's
it.
a bit of vibe there.
I didn't
Saturday.
mind, yeah.
Yeah, and we had a good setup in the grandstand.
Yeah.
And my old boy had a bet. Took my old man to the races. He doesn't normally go, and we forced him to have a very large bet at Villamont each way, and just cheering him home. It was winning for ages.
I've got to say, I reckon your dad's pretty decent at finding them from the yard as well. So we were sitting in the stands.
He knows what he's doing.
We were sitting in the stands before this race,
I heard him on Sunday. He's telling everyone about it. I think we've already got it.
Yeah.
The Foss.
So we've seen Villamont before you've even chucked it out. We're the ones we're in there in the stands going, "Oh, I hope he has this on top," because we think it was the best horse there. And then when you're super keen on it, we're just launched into it.
Yeah.
Peaceful State, who's run second, is like a half brother to Weekend Hustler.
No,
Did not know that. Yeah, I would have given it a bit more credit. I'm not sure. But Black Sail was probably a really good run from On Speed as well. I thought that thing was home. About
That
200
stable
metres
is
out.
just flying.
Yeah. Bo Guest did what Bo Guest does, gets back runs on pieces.
I'm really excited to see what Villamont and that thing on Friday night do going forward, because I think the thing on Friday night
Nature Strip.
might have a new stable too if everything you hear is true.
Well, you'd think so. Oh, this one's
So
disappointing.
I've gone a bit early there, but Villamont and Nature Strip are the 2 horses I want to long-term follow from this meeting. Put them in your stable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair enough. Race 9, disappointment of the card. I've unloaded on Kidman Ever.
The disappointing card for me is I found Jackanapes Bay, but I know it's a cat.
I backed it. I was telling your dad. Your dad was laughing at me.
I didn't want to bet in this race, and I just sort of
Paid $6 to place. It's ridiculous that we didn't back that. But Kidman Ever simply wins this race if it jumps well. It had that much on the field. We got $10 on the day. It was going to be a massive fill up. Oh, this is just sick. I had a multi, so you know how I like to do my big multis, right?
Yeah, because you've got the sickness.
Yeah. So I had Crystal Dreamer into Kidman Ever
Cross.
with Raw Impulse in this race, so I like to put a couple of runners in sometimes. So I do 3, 4, 5 folds, right? And then in race 10, I had Lucy and Rio, who was my horse, with the winner from the Waterhouse Yard at 15s. So if Kidman Ever gets up, it's 15s into 10s into 3s as a threefold.
Gosh,
So get nutted on the line on that.
that's pretty sick.
Yeah, it wasn't. I still walked away a hell of a big winner on the day. So you don't really sit on those ones. Look, Payroll's a good horse.
Oh, I'm not
Gave
convinced it's
4.5
a good horse.
kilos to the winner. I just think Kim and Ever was by far the run.
I saw Ollie trying to. What I thought he was trying to do was get the meeting abandoned because there was a lot of lightning.
I should have
around.
backed it as soon as you said it to us,
And I
right?
came up and I was like, he doesn't want to race.
Yeah.
We should probably avoid his horses.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be here. But then 24 hours earlier, 48 hours earlier, I was saying how much he loves cash.
He does.
20
like
minutes
cash.
later, he fucking pisses in on his horse.
Oh, that much, which is annoying.
It was flying.
Yeah. Shouldn't have won still. Anyway, race 10.
Race 10 was a poorly like.
This is frustrating for both of us.
No, I've thought about this. Race 10 happened. What happened in race 10, in my opinion, was that jockeys fell asleep
They went slow.
and let a disgustingly slow tempo ruin 70% of the horse's chances in the race. And I think it happened because it's a fucking 10 race card.
Yeah.
On the back of a Friday night meeting. And they just are exhausted. They all haven't eaten for like 3 days. They can barely drink.
Yeah.
I think it's too much racing. The 10th race petition, how it fucking hasn't run a hole, I will not know.
Yeah.
Did
Did you see the ride on the winner though?
No, I don't know. I just fucking
It's
left.
sat 10th in the run. So it's sat rails. This is it back here, right? This was an amazing win. This is why I'd lost it in the run. This is why I didn't know that I'd actually won on the race, because I thought it's no hope, and it's just snuck along just down through just inside runs and just
What about this? They backed the shit out of Vincibella here.
Yeah.
Really backed it.
It's just not a horse to have in the
Anyway,
stable.
Friday night meeting,
oh.
Nature Strip, the horse that follow.
Real
Great
quick,
meeting.
real quick. Oregon's Day, I think, can be followed forward. I left it out of my first four, and I had first, second,
You're walling about that
fourth.
for a while.
Seriously, that was like a massive. And I even asked you guys, and it didn't look great from the yard, and I agree with it. It didn't have the profile that we could back it or put
Yeah,
it
well, I
in
don't
the first
know
four.
which horse is which most of the time.
Yeah,
We did this race together, didn't we?
yeah,
You wrote the scores, didn't
correct. Yeah. Anyway, other than that, it was actually a good
Yeah.
winning card for both of us.
We're off to Ballarat tomorrow.
Ballarat.
No,
Sandown?
Sandown.
It's like how you're off to Sandown. It was to Sale.
Yeah, well, I'm off to the Betfair night tonight to learn how to make money on cricket.
Yep.
Yeah,
But we're off to Ballarat Saturday.
Sandown Wednesday, which you can purchase the Mounting Yard Mail via Dicko's MailBag.store. That's
Dicko'sMailBag.com.
Saturday we'll be at Ballarat. We should probably need to up the rate because it's a 2-hour drive, isn't it?
It's pretty far.
Yeah.
That's via the Rant. And then what's happening with WA on Saturday?
Pistol Pete, our man in WA, will be doing a SMS service at $5 a pop.
It's a bit of a steal.
Really cheap, just to cover like Drew's time organising it.
It is
Text
a bit
costs
of a
us
nightmare.
money.
Yeah.
We certainly won't be making very much off it, but it'll be $5, and it'll be. His information is really, really good, and it can. I use it every Saturday night now. I love it.
Well, it just gives you so much more information. You don't actually have to look at the horses because you've got someone else doing
I
it
just
for
sit there
you.
with puntingform.com.au
Yeah.
and I get Pete's stuff.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to get it via text, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
Because I hate looking on Twitter.
Why? Because of all the people on Twitter, man.
No, you just get lost in all the shit. I'd rather just got text to me.
Few questions came through. I can't find them, so I guess we'll just go back to them manually, or we'll address them in Thursday's show anyway.
No, I get them. Was I supposed to do that?
You were. You know me, I get too many questions.
Explain what you're going to do with the staking plans on the website and the login details.
Yeah, so anyone who gets Dicko's staking plans, what we'll be doing is making it so every time your new staking plan goes up, it's going to be directly on the website. So they won't be getting, and they'll be getting a notification email, I believe, that it's up there ready to go. So I've got one of the questions here.
Yep.
This is one from Luke, and I actually like this one. So,
Do you mean you normally don't like people's questions?
there's some I don't like. Luke Bramble. So Luke was on our show a couple of months back. Luke basically was one of the many people chucking around the tip for the first starter in Adelaide on the weekend. It was backed 12s into 7s into $3 at the jump, right?
Yeah, but this has been a large online fucking petty shit fight.
Yeah, so my simple fact on this is, here's the question. Do you boys like to give out stable intel once you've had your bets on and you're happy for others to have it? I did it on Saturday, and when it lost, copped so much abuse, assertions of shonky dodgy tipping, like I purposely gave a tip that lost. Respect your opinions on it. So the first thing I'd say is, you got on it, what, $7.58?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$3 on Betfair. Bang, chop out, you've won. Here's giving you a winning tip that you can get out no matter what happens, regardless of what happens. And people are saying it's dodgy. He was asking for 10%. If you've had $1,000 on that horse, and then you've chopped out, and you pulled, let's say, don't have the figures in front of me. Let's say you pulled $500 just from chopping out, right? You probably made more. If he's asking for $50 from giving you a thing that's come in like that, hey, if you got those, I will very happily give you $50 to chop out and make $450. You know? I'm very happy to keep... You guys can DM me these tips. I'll get on them.
No, I'm not paying for them.
And I'll chop you out 10%.
I really like Luke.
Yeah.
But I also really like the two main guys who seem to be arguing. They all seem to be arguing.
They're all arguing. They're allowed to
does
have
the
an opinion on it.
up in Brisbane. He's a good guy, and I don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah. I just
think the mail is good because you can chop out.
Correct.
But I don't know all what's going on, and I seriously don't care.
I call it the Rene Rifkin.
Rene. All right, next question.
Michael Thompson, are you approachable at the track for a chat and a cold bevy? So, I would always say...
not really.
Dicko's not really a chatty bloke at the track. He's trying to focus all the time.
They're long days. And I'm working and I'm trying to do a really good job. Yeah. And I also don't like Drew getting too distracted because he gets fucking easily distracted and then he doesn't do what I need him to do.
He doesn't want me to say this.
We have like structures to what we do, and I need him to know what he normally knows, not be distracted.
I'd say we're happy to chat for 5 minutes as the race is like being run type of thing. You know?
Yeah, I'm happy to. I love watching races with people.
Yeah, exactly. Because we've sent out the mail, we've got our bets on. Like, we're literally saying 30 seconds before the race, come say hi, you know? And we'll chat for 5-10 minutes.
And I'd love to have like a session bender with everyone straight after them. I'm happy hanging around with everyone. I just don't like talking heaps. Yeah, you're trying to focus. It's a long day. As I said, I was cooked at race 10 on, Saturday. And so
you
all
were
the
as
jockeys,
well.
that's why they all slaughtered them.
This is a good one I like from Sam Kendall. Hey guys, love your comment.
Kenneth, I think his name's.
I don't get names right, so it's fine. Love your content. Not to be nosy or personal. Well, you kind of are, mate. What's your biggest win on track ever, and what was the horse? I know if it's personal, I understand. Cheers, legends. I'd say rekindling in the Melbourne Cup was pretty damn big for me. That's like one of my biggest ever. That's obviously the most recent one, so I'll remember it. I'm not saying. I've had good results. A horse called Lips Erios was. We bought a share in it, and it came out from Germany. Yep. I've already said this once, I think. Keep going. No, I haven't heard it.
And it was we set it for Ballarat with Andreas Voller, and I was on a footy trip with all my mates and my old man. We backed it like fours in at $2.20 and watched the replay. Lips Erios.
My probably biggest, because it was back in like 2012, was Master of Design winning TJ Smith. I had it on top in the race.
It's a bit of a plug for Australian Podstock. There's two of theirs.
Really? So yeah, they bought that for $200K.
$100K.
And then won that race, and then
$1.9 million or $2.1 million yearling.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a damn good horse. It had been running really well, and then it just had that race set for it with the bloody legless thing that just always would lead him around way too fast, and was running well, but then it just became legless end of its career. And I still remember that race like it was yesterday because I'm just sitting there and sitting last with 150 metres to go.
I don't know.
And then just turns on the turbo burners and
So I
goes
don't know
past
if
them.
I'm like just real sick, fuck or what, but I don't remember most of the wins. I remember all the like.
Oh, yeah. I remember the losses more.
I remember like Star Exhibit rolled Charmed Harmony. I had that going for a fucking house.
Well, Red Cadeau.
I had that other thing at Caulfield that got run over by Jukebox or Merchant Navy. What was that? It's never run a good race ever.
Yeah.
I saw it in the yard at like $44.
Well,
I backed them to 20s on Betfair.
I mean, my biggest result that I probably would have
Hayes horse
had in the past 6 months was Revolving Door getting run down by that Nikita Berryman My Pie Stien or whatever it was. Remember, I had Revolving Door and a multi going for 5 figs.
Yeah.
Looked home at the 200, trades $1.10. Didn't hedge any out. Yeah, definitely remember those losses. I agree with that. Galbraith's another one that was actually a really big one for me.
What?
Galbraith. So it was at Mooney Valley or Caulfield. No. It was I'm pretty sure ex-Darwin horse or something.
Seriously going to the dogs on Friday night?
Yeah. I tipped Galbraith at $26 the night before my brother's Bucks party. And I tipped it to a few of the blokes going. So we had a bloody massive night the night after. It was just amazing. Yeah, Melbourne Cup. I've got seat paid, so $100 to go in the Melbourne Cup of Dogs.
I wouldn't go for cash.
Oh, mate, you can win $1 million. Spin the wheel. It's a damn good night. Swear to God, if it's just once or twice a year and you go with a few mates, you put in $100 each into your kitty and just bat.
All right, no, that's enough about the greyhounds.
It's free to enter as well. That's the most important thing. Free entry. And you got a chance of winning $1 million.
I think they slugged my old man $20 or something to get in the Sandown, and then $8.50 per Carlton draft tin.
I know, that's just low.
Do you not want people to go?
I do have to say, the last time I went to Sandown Dogs, I was doing... No, this is good. So they was doing like a tipping comp, right? And I just enter all the favourites and everything.
Me this.
So I got in for free to the final, of the tipping comp to win 5K. I didn't win it, right? But it was free beers all night. So just for entering a tipping comp, I got free bevs all night and food and everything and got a great night at the Dogs. Seriously, they do it so well.